So this video is all about de-stressing yourself. No matter who you are, you're gonna go through stressful times once in a while. Some people might have more stress than others. Some might have just very minimal stress that will go away very quickly. So someone like me, I get anxiety attacks. Once I'm really stressed, then I start getting anxiety attacks where I can't breathe. And I've had this happen to me while at work. I've had this happen to me out in public. I have a vlog of me at Disneyland having a full-on anxiety attack. When I get stressed out or nervous, then I get seriously anxiety. So I feel like it's very important to try to de-stress yourself, and I've actually found so many different ways of doing that, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I was like, this video is like way overdue. I need to do this already. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how you can de-stress yourself. And you know, it's okay to admit that you're stressed out once in a while. I used to try not to admit it because I would be like, some people have lives that are harder than me, and when they hear me saying I'm so stressed out, they're probably like, okay, why are you stressed out? I wouldn't be stressed if I had your life. But nobody knows, you know, your life like you. So sometimes it is okay to just, or actually all the time, if you're stressed out, it's okay to admit it and just try to fix it. You'll be okay. And that's why I'm here to share with you guys what I do. And you know, when mama's happy, the whole family is happy, right? So let's just begin. We're gonna have some really good potatoes today. And then we're gonna have, Jade, what are you doing? I'm gonna just rinse these real fast. Jade, what are you doing? Jade!
Mashed potato.
And Daddy works late today. Okay. I'm getting a babysitter. So before I would just rely on grandma to babysit, but you know, they're not always available. So that's when I discovered care.com. I actually heard about it from a friend, and it's so simple to sign up. You could sign up through Facebook like what I did, and then you just hire a caregiver. They also do things for pets, housekeeping, running errands, like getting groceries for you. So it's really cool and very simple to set up. And I was just showing you an example of how I did that. There's so many caregivers near my home. When I put in my zip code, I was just so surprised with that. So that's a good thing as well, is there's different options. Right here, I'm just looking for local sitters, and I like to read all their info, like their bio right here, and you know, what their availability is. And then you could run checks on them, criminal record checks and everything if you get the benefits. If you click the link below, you can receive 20% off the premium membership by clicking the link below and using the promo Olley20. And I definitely recommend that, because it is good to know who's watching your kids, and you know, their background checks and their qualifications and certificates. So once you ran background checks and all that and pick the right person to come watch your children for just like an hour, that's pretty much all you need, is an hour of just driving and taking a deep breath. Because like I said, when mom's doing better, so is our whole family. So don't feel guilty about having a little bit of me time. It's okay. So I like to just roll the window down and drive around. Maybe even stop and get myself a Starbucks and sit in my car instead of inside where it's all noisy. And I mean, shopping could happen, but right here, I just kept saying, go, Cristeen, go. And I love my kids so much, you guys, but sometimes they could drive me insane. So this was definitely a way for me to de-stress, and it's okay to have me time. You just got to accept that. So my son will have what's called rest time, or what some people call it nap time. And during that time, it's sometimes like 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. It just depends on his mood. So I will just grab a blanket, a beverage, and a really good book. And this is my favorite book at the moment. I highly recommend it. And I will look for a spot outside and lay that blanket and just sit under some shade and get lost in my book. And this is so relaxing. This is if you don't want to leave the house and you just want to stay in your own home, but feel like you're kind of out on a little vacation, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like a pretend vacation. So yeah, I will just read a chapter and I feel so good after that and just re-energized and ready to take on the world. Sometimes the littlest things can stress me out. For example, picking up and then, you know, just something like this, something so small. And I just gotta stop and take a moment. Stopping and taking a moment is something that I've learned to do, because before I would just be so angry, just stressed out beyond belief. And one of the things I like to do is either, I know some people like to meditate, I like to pray. And talking to God just reminds me of what I have and what to be grateful for, and it's not that big of a deal. So then after that I feel a little better, and then I just go back to what I was doing and it's all okay. I seriously found out that I would get frustrated over the littlest things, and all I had to do was just take a moment and think about it, meditate, pray, and it would have all been okay. So this one is something that I definitely, this technique is something that I do a majority of the time because it's so quick, so simple, and yeah. So moving on. Sometimes I just work out because I find that if my body feels better, so does my mind, and it definitely reduces the stress. One of my favorite things to do is take a warm bath with scented bubbles, especially lavender scented, and some good Zen stress-free music. Place my phone as far away from me as possible, just so it's just me and my thoughts. Also, timing your breathing is important. If you're kind of anxious and just need to calm down, you exhale for longer than you inhale. And this triggers a chemical change in your brain that makes your heart rate slow down. And I actually learned that from a doctor and online. So now moving on to after the bath, I just use lavender and rose scented products, or anything that has lavender oil in it or rose. So I'm just using my fresh toner that had rose petals in it. Deodorant, yes, I wear deodorant at night, and it has actually lavender and rose. It smells so good. And lavender definitely helps you relax and calm down. Now I'm just using some tar oil. I'm not using any moisturizer. I feel like this is good enough for me at night. And then I moisturize my hands with some L'Occitane lavender hand cream, and this makes my hands feel so soft, and it smells so much like lavender, and I love it. So now I just charge my phone away from my side of the bed, because otherwise I will get on it and I won't get rest. Baths are so relaxing, especially the ones with the music and the oils and such, so I was definitely tired. If you don't have time to take that nice relaxed bath, then drinking something hot could really help you slow down. And I like this bedtime tea. It's so good and I think it works. But sometimes you just want a glass of wine to wind down, right? As long as you're not getting crunk and you are of age to have the wine, then it's okay and relaxing. And you can just sit back and watch your favorite show, and cheers, moms and dads. And who is A? Where are you, Jax? Oh my gosh.
No. Hey.
Come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Come here, give me a hug. Well, did you want to be a mummy for Halloween? Just remember, at the end of the day, everything will be okay. And if you can't beat them, join them. And ask yourself, if your friend was telling you this story, would you laugh? I know I would, so something to think about.
Halloween.
Halloween! Oh.